If you're having issues with your electrical service, then it's likely due to either a GFCI pictured on the left or an AFCI pictured on the right. An AFCI, or an arc fault circuit interrupter, is a type of circuit breaker that stops the flow of electricity when it detects electrical arcs or arc faults. Arc faults can occur when electrical current inadvertently flows through an unintended path, which can create a potentially dangerous arc of electricity. These arcs can generate a lot of heat, which may ignite surrounding materials and cause a fire. An AFCI breaker is designed to recognize these arcs and immediately cut off the power to the circuit to prevent any damage. Now you might be wondering how this is different than a standard breaker. Well, a standard breaker might not always detect these arcs because they are primarily designed to protect against short circuits and overloads. A normal circuit breaker will kick in when it detects more current flowing through the circuit than it's designed to handle. An arc fault may not draw enough electricity for a breaker to even notice that there's a problem. So this is the purpose of the AFCI and where the protection of the AFCI comes in. The AFCIs are specifically designed to detect faults caused by things like damaged wiring, loose connections, and faulty devices. So you may be wondering how these are different from GFCIs or ground fault circuit interrupters. Well, while AFCIs and GFCIs might seem very similar, they serve very different purposes. GFCI protection is designed to protect from electrical shock by detecting ground faults, while AFCIs focus on preventing electrical fires by detecting arc faults. Some circuits may require both AFCI and GFCI protection, and there are combination breakers which provide both types of protection in a single device. Now, while all that sounds great from a safety perspective, this extra protection can kick in unnecessarily. You're probably wondering if AFCI breakers are required for your home. The short answer is yes. The National Electrical Code has guidelines mandating AFCI protection for specific circuits in residential buildings. As of 2020, AFCI protection is necessary for most 120 volt single phase 15 or 20 amp branch circuits supplying outlets for devices in many areas such as kitchens, family rooms, dining rooms, and so on. So what type of situations can cause AFCI protection to kick in? First on the list are electronic devices. Many modern electronic devices like computers, gaming consoles, and even vacuum cleaners can generate electrical noise that AFCI breakers may misinterpret as a dangerous electrical fault. Second, long wire runs might be the culprit. As wires get longer, they're more likely to pick up electrical noise or exhibit increased capacitance, which can lead to nuisance tripping. So if you encounter a situation where you always seem to be tripping an AFCI breaker when you're using an extension cord, then the extension cord itself might be the issue. Third, damaged wiring. This can happen as things are added to walls, such as hanging pictures or televisions. You can damage the wiring within the walls when driving screws or nails into them. Some other causes for tripped AFCI could be poor connections, such as a device with a damaged or loosely plugged in cable, circuit overloading, when too many devices are connected to a single circuit and they draw more current than the breaker is designed to handle. Also defective devices. Older non-FCC compliant devices or defective devices may generate actual arc faults inside of them, which can cause the AFCI to trip. So now that we've covered what, where, and why, let's cover the solution. The first step is to try isolating the device that may be causing the nuisance trips. You can do this by unplugging all of the devices from the affected circuit, then resetting the GFCI. If your GFCI resets and you have power, then you know that it's functioning properly and you have a device issue. The next step would be to begin plugging your devices back in one by one to identify which one or what amount is causing the issue. Once you've found the culprit, consider replacing the device if it's outdated, moving it to another circuit if it's a specific device, or reducing the overall load on that circuit by reducing the number of devices. Now, if the GFCI will not reset, then the next step is your breaker. To reset your breaker, you must first locate your home's electrical panel. The panel will be a box typically located in your utility room, basement, or garage. Once you locate the panel, open the door and you'll discover all the breakers which control the electrical flow throughout your home. Once located, you'll need to press the test button on the appropriate breaker, then move the breaker switch towards the off position to ensure that it is reset, then move the switch towards the on position. If that doesn't work, and you've made sure to unplug any devices connected to that circuit, then it would be the best time to consult with us. However, if you were able to successfully reset your breaker, then all you need to do is ensure that your GFCI is also reset, and proceed with the previously mentioned process to determine which device is causing the trip.